Hey guys, it's Alex from 7th Hour Films, back again with My Hero Academia. Last time on My Hero Academia, we had Roaring Sports Festival. The festival began. So, everyone at UA was gathered for the UA Sports Festival. And we all got our nice introduction by the R-rated superhero Midnight. Oh, man. And with that, the games began. The first game being an obstacle course run. Basically, what seemed to be like 500 students all started running at the same time. And in the lead currently is Todoroki, and he's so OP. And finally, they ran into the obstacles, which were the 0 point, or OP, as many people call them, the OP robots from the entrance exams. Todoroki was able to get past them very easily, but not everyone is as fortunate as fucking Todoroki. So they all had to find new ways, basically. So yeah, that was pretty much that. That was the cliffhanger, and now we are moving on. Moving on with the sports festival. I'm super excited to get into it. You know, if this... Yeah, I already love My Hero Academia, but the fact that we have this, great sports festival too, that's just amazing. With that being said, this is where I say no spoilers in the comments whatsoever. Just don't. I don't like spoilers. I'm watching this for the first time. And with that being said, let's get right into this episode of My Hero Academia. Here we go. Hey guys, just wanted to cut in here really quick just to tell you that My Hero Academia is experiencing some copyright problems. Only on Season 2. Luckily, I'm not getting any problems with Season 1, but so far, pretty much every episode of Season 2 has been blocked. And this started a little while ago with the premiere. And I tried re-editing it and re-uploading it, but that just was not going to work out. So, stuff is starting to get blocked. And so, instead of trying to keep re-editing and re-uploading and all that stuff, we're going to do what I have to do with Merlin and with Death Note. My Hero Academia is unfortunately going to have to go to redirects. Now, what on earth does that mean if you haven't seen my other reaction series that do this? Basically, what it means for you is that the reaction portion of the video is actually not going to be in the video at all. Basically, if you want to watch my highlight reaction where, it's the edited footage and stuff like that, you can go down in the description or to the pinned comment on this video. There'll be a link there. It should say MHA, and then it'll give the episode number, and it'll say reaction highlight, and there should be a link, most likely to Google Drive. If you click on that link, you'll just go there. You can watch it. You can have a good time. Hopefully I can provide you with a good time with my MHA reaction. And once you're done watching that, you can return to the normal YouTube video and watch my discussion, which it's very, very important that you watch the discussion. That's always a huge help when you watch the full YouTube video. But yeah, this is unfortunately what's just going to have to happen for MHA now. I was hoping that this wouldn't happen because, Season 1 did well. We didn't really get any copyright problems, but Season 2, for some reason, like I said, if you want to watch my reaction, pinned comment, also in the description, you can go, you can watch it, hopefully have a good time, and you can head right back here for the discussion. So yeah, that is pretty much it. Once again, I'm sorry about this. I'm sorry about the inconvenience of having to click an extra link to watch my reaction, but you can still watch it, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah. Oh man, I don't know if I can overstate how much I love this show. Like, oh my god, I'm so into it, man. I love it. I love all the characters. All of the characters. Ooh, Midnight. Oh, that Oh, she's getting to me a little bit. Whew. It's so weird. If we can just sort of divulge a little if we can talk a little bit about Midnight really quick. It is a little weird that it's like, oh, hey, she's really the over-sexualized character. It's like, good, I hope we stop doing that for all the teenage girls now. For the teenage girls, it's awkward, you know? Well, and more specifically from Momo, they don't really do it for the rest of the girls, I suppose. Well, maybe a little. They did a little bit of Sue. They haven't really like over-sexualized Ochako, but I mean, I guess Deku had his like innocent that moment of innocence, like when they first saw her suit and stuff. But yeah, it's like poor Momo though. It's like she forged a cannon. She had to forge it out of her own body too, which means she knows the molecular structure of a cannon. Good for her. She's brilliant. But to do that, she had to open her shirt up. And then she left it there. It's like, okay, well, I guess she did that in case she needed to make something else quickly. But it's like, girl, can you not close your shirt? I don't know. Though I think at the end she did, like, finally close her shirt back, so. And fucking Mineta. Brilliant-ass Mineta, actually. That he actually attached. He basically attached his balls to Momo and rode her to the end. That's a great way of saying that. You know, things you didn't think you were gonna say when you woke up this morning. That's one of them. But yeah, it's like I hope introducing Midnight means we get to tone it down on sexualizing teenage girls. Because that's the issue, is that they're teenage girls. And I get that this is Japan, they do that. I understand that. It doesn't make it any less awkward as a 22-year-old man. So, here's hoping for Midnight. And, oh, Midnight. And can I just say that long black hair gets to me, man. Oh, you have no idea. But enough about Midnight and teenage girls. Let's talk about the rest of the episode. Oh my god. I swear I yell more at this show than fuck anything. Like, seriously, I yell all the time because I'm so excited, you know? I'm yelling out of happiness. Okay. The first thing I wrote down was Tetsu. That's his name. Tetsu. I feel like you can't even, like, shorten it to Tetsu. Like, no, you have to say Tetsu. I don't even know if you can just say his first name, Tetsu. That is a ridiculous name. So, he basically kind of has the same powers as Kirishima, that he can harden, but it looks like his hardens into metal, whereas Kirishima just hardens. And it is funny, it's like, oh, they were the only two that were, you know, crushed by the fall of the OPs. You know, oh, how lucky was that? But that was kind of funny, and now it kind of set up this rivalry between the two of them because they have similar powers. That was fun. Steampunk Girl. I like Steampunk Girl. She's crazy, man. I love it, though. Yeah, we had Steampunk Girl. We didn't get her name, unfortunately. We didn't even get her quirk, really. We just got her gadgets. I guess she's kind of like the Batman. So, okay. That would kind of... If you remember back to the beginning of the show, I was, you know, sitting here like, well, you know, oh, can't you be a superhero even if you don't have a quirk? You know, just make gadgets like Batman or something. And it's like, well, apparently My Hero Academia has answered my question by being like, oh, yeah, you can, but you're going to be put in support class. You're not going to be put in the actual hero class. So, and that's still, you know, like, she still has a quirk. That was the thing, was Midoriya didn't have a quirk. So, that's the difference there. is that she still has a quirk, but it's so weak, I guess, that she is allowed to use gadgets, basically. An interesting idea. I do kind of like that, that, like, every class kind of has their own advantages and stuff. So that's pretty cool. So there's hero, support, and then there's a third class, but I don't know what it is. And then there's the business class. Fucking business class, though. It's like, yeah, why is the business class in the sports festival? And it's like, oh, well, they don't actually do anything at the sports festival. They just, like, they don't compete. They just, sit there and sell stuff. I've had to sneeze for like 3 minutes, so I'm glad I got that out. So, yeah. So that was kind of funny, actually, showing the business class. And, they're, hypercritical and about everyone, and they're, overanalyzing Midoriya. So that was kind of funny. So, moving on from the OPs, we had the ropes in the cavern. I thought that was actually pretty clever. How do you traverse this, well, not a cavern. I meant to put canyon, actually. My bad. Yeah, how do you get past this canyon? It's like there are platforms, but you still have to get across them. I like that Sue was able to get across just fine. It's like, yeah, that's what she's meant for, is jumping. That's what she does, And I was kind of thinking, why doesn't Todoroki just, make ice bridges across? But, as he said later during the mines, excuse me, ice bridges help the others, which is actually not good. He can't help the others. Well, it's not that he can't, he just doesn't want to, basically. So, I thought that was interesting, actually, because he was just, sliding across the ropes and freezing them too. So yeah, that was interesting. But yeah, I liked watching everyone in their own quirky ways, as this episode is called, getting across the canyon, basically. That was interesting and clever. Yeah, I think Midoriya just climbed the rope, basically, and he still had his shield strapped to him. I did like the shield. I liked, when he was facing the OPs, and he took a broken part and just started slashing them. That was clever, because he's right. He can't use One for All right now, especially because it's just too risky for his arm. So, oh, God. Hold on. Oh, God, my nose is acting up. Sorry. Okay, I think I'm... I think that's about the best I'm going to do. So, yeah. So, Midoriya can't use One for All right now, so instead he has to be clever, basically. He has to beat them, which, is good because, it shows that you can't just bulldoze your way through this. It's not about power, it's about strategy. And they even said that about Todoroki. It's like, yes, his quirk is powerful, but the reason that he was staying in first was how athletic and clever he was. He is brilliant. That is true. And I like how they said, Class 1A does have an advantage over the other students because they don't hesitate anymore. They can't hesitate after what they experienced in the USJ. They have overcome any hesitations. None of the other students have gone through something like that. Maybe after this sports festival, then they would overcome the initial hesitation. But Class 1A already has the advantage because of the USJ incident. So that was interesting. Then we got the mines. That was actually clever because, you can, take your time and see where all the mines are. So, you can, if you're good enough, you can just, have a good enough path around them. The problem is that could slow you down, which was sort of the problem for Todoroki, was that it was starting to slow him down and the others were catching up. And the person that had the greatest advantage, actually, during that one was Bakugo, because he was able to use his quirk to fly. He used his quirk a lot in order to fly over the obstacles, which was great. I like that creativity in his quirk, because he can't just, release a complete stream of fire like Avatar or something. But what he can do, he's got the explosions that come out of his hands. So he uses that to his advantage. He keeps that up. He keeps doing that to keep his momentum, to keep him airborne. So that was very clever. I did really enjoy that. So yeah, it was interesting. And then, he caught up enough to where he actually started fighting with Todoroki, which was pretty interesting. But then Midoriya found a way to basically, literally rocket his way to first place by digging up enough of the mines, like 12 of them, putting them all in a stack, and then with the piece of the OP that he had, he literally just jumped and blasted off and surfed. And it was brilliant. I love that. That was creative. This is what I love about fucking tournaments. You have to get creative about this. You can't just power through it. That's what I was just saying a few minutes ago. You can't just power through this. You have to be strategic. And Midoriya was. And that did rocket him all the way to first place. And I like that it wasn't just a surefire victory. He still had to deal with Todoroki and Bakugo. Basically, he rocketed up to where they were, and then from them was able to knock the two of them aside, land, explode again, and get launched past them. I love that. I love that it wasn't just a straight shot over them and then he won. It's that he went and then he caught up and he had to improvise. So he pushed the two of them out of the way, blew up some of the mines, and then launched again. That was brilliant. That was brilliant that he did that. I like that. I like that it wasn't just a straight shot. I don't want any easy victories for Midoriya. And this was not an easy victory. Even he said, any of these could have gone wrong and I would have been, in last place. But he got lucky. He did get lucky. His gambles paid off and he was able to make it. Because, even just, on the mines, if he, if it could have been possible that instead of rocketing forward, it could have been possible that he would have been rocketed backwards, and then that wouldn't have helped him. So he was right that it was a gamble to do that. Sorry, I'm turning into Shigaraki, aren't I? I keep scratching my friggin' neck. I have some issues with the bottom of my neck. You can probably see that's kind of red. It's because I keep scratching it, so I'm gonna stop doing that. If I would stop scratching it, it wouldn't be like that. So, oh god, I'm turning into Shigaraki. Now, if I dye my hair light blue, it could work, actually. Nah. Where the hell am I gonna get the hands? Although his outfit, it's really just the hands, isn't it? Maybe. Oh, maybe future cosplay. I've never cosplayed in my life, so that would be an interesting experience, to say the least. Yeah, how would you have a hand mask when I wear glasses? I guess I'd have to take off my glasses. Yeah, that would be hard. I mean, I can see. I can barely read the word preview without my glasses on, and my computer is maybe 4 or 5 feet away from me, and I can just barely read that says yeah, if I squint, I can really see it. Yeah, my eyesight is not horrible, but like, I'm looking at other stuff around the room. And I can barely read it. So that's why I wear glasses. And I don't wear contacts because I don't even want to mess with that. I just wear glasses. It's fine. Where was I? So yeah, it was very clever what Midoriya did to win the obstacle course. And I like that he did win, It was kind of coming in like, I thought it was going to be like a photo finish. Or maybe even just a 3-way tie. But he did definitively win the obstacle course. So that was amazing. I like that. And even All Might was like, okay, well, you don't need to win first place, but you need to place, basically. And so now we know the obstacle course eliminated a good chunk of the students that were competing. So now we're down to 42. We've narrowed down our competitors to 42. And at last place is fucking Naval Laser. Well, he needs to fucking get good. Fucking, that might be the one character I just don't care for. Fucking Naval Laser. I don't know. He's alright, but whatever. Even my pen doesn't like him. So yeah, we're down to 42 students. So right now, they said we're pretty much going through the preliminaries. We're going through the preliminary games before we get into the actual tournament. The actual fighting tournament to decide the winner at the end. So yeah, that is interesting. So the next couple games will determine our final roster. So that's interesting. And then the ungodly beautiful and hero Midnight has given us the next game, Cavalry. The Cavalry mission. So it's going to be team-based. I don't exactly know what they're doing for this one. Maybe I missed it, but they'll go over it again next episode. But everyone was awarded points for how they did during the obstacle course, and the point systems will determine the teams. So I guess if you beat a team, you get their points, and so you have to keep stacking up points, basically, and the one with the most points wins. However, so they went up in increments of 5. Up all 42 of the competitors. However, first place from the obstacle course was awarded 10 million points. 10 million points. And there is no way that even if one team got all the other points, they could not rival 10 million. So basically, whichever team, if a team can take down Midoriya, then they win. So Midoriya, it's not whether his team can make it. It's not whether or not his team can get enough points, but if they can keep Midoriya's 10 million points. And now everyone is going to be gunning for Midoriya, who has not shown off his quirk yet, who really can't afford to show off his quirk yet. That's going to be tricky. That's going to be very tricky for young Midoriya. Oh, man. Oh man. So yeah, what's going to happen next time? What exactly is the Cavalry mission? We're going to find that out next time. How will Midoriya deal with all this? And how hot can Midnight actually be? All these questions and more will be answered next time on My Hero Academia. So with all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. If you want to watch more of my Hero Academia reactions, You can click on the playlist, you can subscribe if you haven't done that already, and be sure you hit that notification bell. You can support me on Patreon and follow me on social media, links below in the description. See you guys later.